I was probably pressing because the pretext of the meeting was, hey, I have information about your opponent.
The president's son heads back to Congress.
For me, this was opposition research.
As a whistleblower comes forward, revealing Michael Flynn's plan to rip up Russian sanctions.
If we could get along with Russia, that's a positive thing.
Then, Democrats break the glass on impeachment.
Donald John Trump, by causing such harm to society, warrants impeachment, trial, and removal from office.
Plus,
today, I am delivering.
The Middle East backlash to the president's decision on Jerusalem. And as Democrats call for Al Franken to step down, the growing divide on what each party will abide.
This whole thing was a setup.
What All In starts right now. Good evening from New York. I'm Chris Hayes. Tonight, we're getting a better picture of the one major theme connecting so many of the meetings between Trump associates and Russian nationals: the strict U.S. sanctions regime against Russia. That's what the Russian lawyer who met with Donald Trump Jr. during the campaign wanted to talk about. It's what Michael Flynn discussed with the Russian ambassador and lied about to the FBI. And we learned today it's what Flynn allegedly pledged to eliminate once he got to the White House. Today, Donald Trump Jr. spent 8 full hours testifying before a closed-door session of the House Intelligence Committee, where you can bet he was grilled about the infamous Trump Tower meeting in June 2016, among other subjects. We already knew Don Jr. took that meeting on the promise of dirt on Hillary Clinton from the Russian government. And now we know what kind of dirt he was hoping to get, thanks to reporting from NBC News. According to the Russian lawyer, Don Jr. specifically asked for evidence of illegal donations from the Clinton Foundation. The lawyer said she didn't have it. What the lawyer wanted was never in doubt. She was there to lobby the most senior officials in the Trump campaign on repealing the Magnitsky Act, which imposes tough U.S. sanctions on Russian oligarchs accused of corruption, many of them close allies of Vladimir Putin. It was, to her mind, that meeting, it was all about sanctions and getting them removed. And that seems to have confused Don Jr.
It just was sort of nonsensical, inane and garbled, and then quickly went on to, a story about Russian adoption and how we could possibly help. And really, that's where we shut it down, which is, wait a second, what does this have to do with?
Did you even know what the Magnitsky Act was?
I'd never even heard of it before, that day.
The Magnitsky Act. We may eventually get to learn what the president's son told the House Intelligence Committee, because today they released testimony from a previous Trump-related witness, Erik Prince, the infamous founder of Blackwater, brother to Education Secretary Betsy DeVos, and one-time unofficial Trump advisor. It was recently revealed that during the transition, Prince met with a well-connected Russian financier, and according to his testimony, they too discussed, you'll never guess, ending the sanctions regime against Russia. That, of course, comes just days after Michael Flynn, the national